No, not you.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on.
So you on your way home?
I'm taking out, you know. I was going to ask you something else. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, remember we got season tickets, and you know. We have a lot of good.
What kind of mustard? Yeah, you get the little TV
My what?
going and everything. Should have had the.
Oh no, we'll do that, man.
Should have had the.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe next time you order, we cook it.
That's fine.
Yeah, about time for us. You can call this.
All right, later, guys.
Hi.
Man, it must be this weather.
Yeah, it sounded like it was pouring down.
Hey, how's it going? All right.
Good. How about you?
All right.
Well, my
I emailed you quite a little while ago about doing something together. I forget what it was now.
Okay. I forget it.
No, it's fine. I know. I got like 100 and not looked at my
Yeah.
thing.
you gotta step through everything, huh?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm excited.
So, Rodney, first of all,
I'll pull the curtain on you.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
This is closing the wow.
It's a true solution that's going to allow a doctor-patient relationship to flourish.
Tim Johnson recently publicly announced that both campaigns will stop all this negativity. And what's your response?
You know, Tim Johnson needs to be thanked for his 44 years of public service. You know, I'm looking forward to the next 20 days, and we've continually been talking about the issues that differentiate David Gill. There's such a wide contrast on issues such as taxes, health, attacking national debt. David Gill says Washington doesn't have a spending problem. I believe Washington does. We need real leadership in Washington to work in a bipartisan way, similar to what Tim Johnson's done. Now, we talk about negative advertising. I got the nomination for this seat on May 19th, and the same day, 5 minutes after I got the nomination, I was attacked by David Gill and Nancy Pelosi and her Democrat allies. Those attacks continue. The first ad that was produced was a negative ad by David Gill that's been running on the web for months. Now, he's just produced a negative radio ad that actually insults fast food workers. Talks about people working at McDonald's and other fast food restaurants. You know, I think it's time for David to stop the hypocrisy.
Brent, here's a question for you. The fact that, we don't want to tax those making, $250,000, or, basically you don't want to cut taxes for the wealthy. And how would you respond to that? How do you generate revenue?
I don't want to cut taxes for the wealthy. I've never said I want to cut taxes for the wealthy. What I'm saying is we need to grow our economy. What we have to do is provide small business owners certainty. I want you to go talk to Winnie at Chuck's Harley Davidson here in Bloomington, or in Bloomington, where I know we're in Normal. So I want to make sure you talk to Winnie. She told me the other day, she doesn't know what her tax bill is going to look like, and frankly, no American knows what their tax bill is going to look like because of the failures of Republicans and Democrats in Washington not to extend our current tax rates. At the end of this year, because of their inaction, every single American family is going to experience the largest income tax increase in American history. And it's going to affect them on their first paycheck because tax tables will revert back to 2001 levels and employers will be forced to hold more money out. I don't know many middle-class families in the 13th district that can afford a $4,000 increase in their income taxes and $4,000 a year taken out of their checks. That's why we have to have real leadership in Washington to address these problems. I'm not talking about cutting taxes. I'm talking about keeping taxes and tax rates where they are so that the job creators like Winnie Fegan, she can go and hire people and create jobs and grow small businesses. That's the way we get out of that's the way we grow our economy. And we're going to do it on the backs of the small business owners. And if anybody campaigns and disagrees with that, then they're not living in reality.
Okay, how do you make the money then? I mean, is it because they are hiring people and the economy is growing? Or?
Taxation's not a zero-sum game. We got to grow our economy. The debate has to be growing our economy. What we've seen is that we've seen increased costs of the federal government go up because people can't find jobs. So let's employ them, and we'll save money at all levels of government. And then we need to go in and we need to cut the waste. We need to cut the fraud and the waste out of each and every agency that we can and dedicate that towards paying down our national debt. Then we can stop borrowing $3 billion a day just to pay the interest on that national debt. Because we can use $3 billion a day to do a lot of good things in America, like preserve and protect Medicare and preserve and protect Social Security for generations to come.
There's a couple things I want to make sure we understood. The concealed carry issue, you're in favor of allowing guns on university campuses. Is that what you said?
I believe, I'm pro-Second Amendment. I believe that concealed carry is a provision that should be available to citizens in Illinois and throughout the country.
Is there any place where guns shouldn't be allowed?
You know, Tom, I will tell you that when you look at